Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of $1 coins. Coins that most people ignore, spend without thinking, or leave forgotten in drawers. But hidden among them are rare pieces with incredible history, unique errors, and collector demand that can turn a single dollar into a small fortune. The story of a $quarter James Madison, 1809, sounds like something straight out of a treasure hunter's dream. But the truth behind it is even more fascinating when you understand the history. James Madison became president in 1809, yet no official U.S. quarter dollar bearing his image was ever minted in that year. In fact, the United States Mint did not place presidents on circulating coins until much later in history. This instantly transforms the idea of such a coin into something mysterious, either a misunderstanding, a fantasy, or perhaps a modern commemorative piece mistaken for an ancient rarity. Back in 1809, the United States was still producing early coin designs like the draped bust and capped bust series, and these coins did not feature presidents at all. Instead, they showed symbolic figures like liberty. That means any claim of an 1809 quarter with Madison's portrait would not align with official mint records. However, this is where things get exciting for collectors, because sometimes myths, replicas, or fantasy coins circulate in the market, sparking curiosity and, occasionally, confusion about their true worth. Now, here's where the idea of unimaginable value comes into play. Genuine coins from the early 1800s can indeed be extremely valuable, especially if they are rare varieties, low mintage issues, or in exceptional condition. Some early U.S. quarters from that era have sold for thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars under the right circumstances. But becoming a billionaire overnight from a single coin is not realistic. The real treasure lies in rarity, authenticity, and historical importance, not just in a name attached to the coin. The concept of a coin being worth millions overnight often comes from viral stories, exaggerated claims, or misunderstandings in the collector community. While it's true that certain coins have sold for millions, those are usually one-of-a-kind errors or historically significant pieces with well-documented provenance. A coin tied to a myth or incorrect attribution, like a supposed 1809 Madison quarter, would not automatically carry that level of value unless it had a unique and verifiable backstory. That said, if you ever come across a coin that seems unusual, something with an unexpected design, strange markings, or a date that doesn't match known records, you should never rush to sell it cheaply. The smartest move is to have it examined by a professional numismatist or a reputable grading service. Sometimes, what looks ordinary at first glance can turn out to be a rare variety or a collector's curiosity worth far more than expected. Collectors are driven by stories as much as by metal. A coin connected, even indirectly, to a historical figure like James Madison carries emotional and intellectual value. Even modern commemorative coins featuring Madison exist, and while they may not be worth millions, they still hold significance for collectors who appreciate American history and presidential legacy. In that sense, the power to change your fortune is not always about money. It's also about knowledge and discovery. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden gems, but it also requires a clear understanding of facts versus myths. Believing every dramatic claim can lead to disappointment, but staying informed can open doors to genuine opportunities. A real early 19th century quarter, properly authenticated and preserved, could indeed be worth a substantial amount, just not in the exaggerated way often described in sensational stories. So if you ever hear about a coin like the $quarter James Madison 1809, treat it as an invitation to explore deeper rather than a guaranteed jackpot. The real magic of coin collecting is in uncovering truth, appreciating history, and recognizing value where it truly exists. And while it may not make you a billionaire overnight, it can certainly enrich your understanding, And sometimes, that knowledge leads to rewards far greater than you expected. The story of a 1929 James Madison quarter dollar sounds like the kind of hidden treasure tale that collectors dream about, a coin whispered about as if it holds the power to turn an ordinary person into a billionaire overnight. But the truth is far more grounded, and in its own way, just as fascinating. There was no official U.S. quarter in 1929 featuring James Madison. In fact, during that era, the quarter in circulation was the Standing Liberty design, a completely different coin with its own artistic and historical identity. So when someone speaks of a Madison quarter from 1929, it usually points to myth, misunderstanding, or perhaps a misidentified collectible. That doesn't mean valuable coins don't exist. Far from it. The world of numismatics is filled with coins whose rarity and condition can make them worth astonishing amounts. However, value doesn't come from a dramatic story alone. It comes from factors like mintage numbers, historical significance, mint errors, and preservation. A coin rumored to be worth millions of shillings needs real backing, authentication, grading, and proven demand from serious collectors. Without those, even the most exciting claim remains just a story passed from one person to another. Interestingly, James Madison did appear on U.S. coinage, but much later, in commemorative issues released in the 1990s. Those coins were created to honor his contributions as a founding father and architect of the Constitution. While they hold historical value and collector interest, they are not rare enough to command life-changing fortunes in most cases. Their worth depends on condition, metal content, such as silver or gold, and collector demand, not on myths of overnight wealth. The idea of becoming rich instantly from a single coin is deeply appealing, and it fuels countless stories like this one. But real coin collecting is more like a slow treasure hunt than a sudden jackpot. Even the most valuable coins ever sold, like rare error coins or extremely limited mintages, achieved their value through decades of recognition, careful preservation, and intense competition among collectors. It's a world where patience, knowledge, and authenticity matter far more than rumors. If you ever come across a coin that you believe could be special, the smartest move is not to rely on viral claims or exaggerated promises. Instead, have it examined by a professional grading service or an experienced numismatist. They can determine whether it's rare, whether it has minting errors, and what its actual market value might be. Many coins that look ordinary at first glance can indeed be valuable, but their worth is discovered through careful evaluation, not assumptions. Another important truth is that condition plays a huge role in value. A coin from 1929, even a genuine one from that year, can range from being nearly worthless to quite valuable, depending on how well it has been preserved. Scratches, wear, corrosion, and cleaning can all reduce value dramatically. On the other hand, a coin in near-perfect condition, especially one that has never been circulated, can command significantly higher prices. The fascination with rare coins also comes from the stories they carry. A coin minted in 1929 has lived through the Great Depression, World Wars, and generations of hands before possibly reaching yours. That history gives it character and meaning beyond money. Even if it's not worth millions, it can still be a powerful connection to the past, a small piece of history you can hold in your palm. So, while the legend of a James Madison 1929 quarter promising instant billions may not be real, the world of coin collecting is still filled with genuine excitement and discovery. The real treasure lies not in believing every dramatic claim, but in learning how to separate fact from fiction, and in appreciating the true value hidden within history, craftsmanship, and rarity.